Today we're starting multiplying and dividing positive and negative numbers. So I have 10 people on Nearpod, and I have many more of you in class and at home. So make sure that you have logged in. Make sure you've logged in. Okay, so today should be short and sweet. Well, sweet, not short, or one or the other. We're going to go over our multiplying and dividing rules. So this needs to go in your notebook. You need to title it Multiplying and Dividing Rules, because our multiplying and dividing rules are different from our addition and subtraction rules. So estas reglas son diferentes a las que aprendimos las otras semanas cuando estábamos haciendo suma. Ajá. I was going to say, I have a student that gets the table next to her and gets a little bit closer and puts it on there. Why? Why are you doing this to me? Bear with me a second. It's Monday. It had a weekend off and it doesn't want to work today. So we got to give it a second. Still on vacation brain. Okay. Multiplication and dividing rules. So we use these rules when we multiply and when we divide. So when I'm multiplying and dividing, if I have a positive times a positive or a positive divided by a positive, my answer is going to be positive. When I have a negative times or divided by a negative, it's going to give me a positive. So see how this is different than when we add? When we add and you have two negatives, you end up with a negative. But when you're multiplying and dividing, it gives you a positive. Everybody wants to talk to her. Okay. Now, when you have positive and a negative, or when you have a negative and a positive, in multiplication and division, it's also different. Your answer ends up being negative. So when you have different signs, you get a negative answer. When you have, can you see from there when I'm standing here? Okay, let me know if I do stand here. That's fine, Luisa. Déjale saber a tu mamá que no hay ningún problema, okay? Good doctor's appointment. Oh, yeah. Okay, so again, make sure you have this in your notebook. We are going to move on. ¿Ya todo el mundo lo tiene? Yes, just. Si nadie me dijo que no, Entonces, just Miss Harness is leaving. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. So we're going to look at our multiplication. We're going to do basic things today. So we should know our basic multiplication, correct? For the most part. I know even for myself, the harder ones may take me a few extra seconds. I'm not going to lie about it. It does. And I'm an adult. It's fine. Okay, so the first thing I like to do when I look at these problems is look at my signs. So I have a negative and I have a positive. So what is my answer going to be? You just got your rules down. What is it going to be? A negative. So my answer is going to be negative. Now I can multiply. What is 7 times 6? Really? You do know that we can't use a calculator for this section either, right? No podemos usar la calculadora para esta sección tampoco. Jose, no te oí.
42.
40. Say it again.
42.
42. Hold on. Yes, 42. Thank you, Jose. So I've got negative 42. Okay, Randy, I'll fix it. Okay. Mantengan en mente, no van a poder usar calculadora. So, si no están seguros cómo multiplicar y necesitan usar dibujos, necesitan usar otros métodos, lo pueden hacer. Okay? So, like, okay, negative 3 times negative 1. What is a negative times a negative? It's going to be a positive. If I'm looking at my rules, and you're going to need to be looking at your rules, it's going to give me a positive. Now, 3 times 1 is easy. What's 3 times 1? 3. Now, if you still don't know what 3 times 1 is, 3. So I have 1, 2, 3. 3 times 1. 1, 1, 1. So my answer is 3, and this is how I like to do it, but there are other ways to do it. So if I had done 7 times 6, I might have done, and I wish I had more space, but 7 times 6, I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 6 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm basically creating my little array. And then I count all my circles. And that's what 7 times 6 is. So that is one way that you can do it if you can't remember your multiplication. We are going to be giving you multiplication charts that you are going to glue inside your notebook. But just in case, we need to know different strategies. Okay, so I'm going to give you, is it pulled up as something that they can write? No, right? No. Okay, 6 times negative 3. Go ahead and do this in your notebook. 6 times negative 3. And then once you do 6 times negative 3, go ahead and do negative 5 times negative 7. 6 times negative 3. and negative 5 times negative 7.
Maybe circle it or put a box around it just in case. Remember, when it's 5 times anything, you can count by 5. So you can go 5, 10, 15, and 17. That's what I like that. And it's negative 5 times negative 7.
Okay, so what is 6 times negative 3? Negative 18. Perfect. And what is negative 5 times negative 7? Positive 35. I saw some negatives because we forgot to write down one of the negative signs. So make sure if you're rewriting it, you're rewriting it correctly. Okay, so you have, I think it's 4 matching things to do on your screen. So go ahead and do the 4 matches. I think it ends up being like 8 boxes. So match your equation with your answer. Match your equation with your answer. I have Mighty Salt already has 1 done. Let's go, let's go. Okay, I've got some people with 2. And what I like about this is that it won't let you choose an answer if it's wrong. So that way, if you make a mistake, you always end up with the right answer. Nice job to my 2, 3, 4 done, 4, 5. Almost. Okay, I still have some people that aren't finished. Okay, I know Lisa had her doctor's appointment. Junior, what's going on? You haven't even started your matches.
Miss, I still don't know how to multiply.
What?
I still don't know how to multiply.
Okay, then you got to use the strategy I was just showing you. Okay, try using some drawing strategies.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you for being honest, though. I appreciate it. Now I know where to go. I'm glad. So, like, if you are having trouble with multiplication, it's a good idea to say something. Because I'm gonna start, and I forgot to say this earlier, and I'll say it later. But Miss Perniz is gonna start having a sign-up sheet on my homepage where you can sign up for a time to have like a small group with me during Red Hawk time. And it can be virtual or it can be in person. It doesn't matter. But I'm gonna be doing it every day. Hopefully, I'm going to have the sign-up sheet by the end of the week so that you guys can start signing up for it next week. Okay? But keep that in mind. Okay, multiplying sign fractions. So you might want to title it Multiplying Sign Fractions. So I did multiplying sign fractions because I think multiplying fractions is one of the easier things to do. And I like to rewrite it because I like it when my fractions are written like this. Remember, when you're multiplying fractions, you're multiplying across. Okay? So if I have a negative and a positive, If I'm multiplying negative times a positive, what is my answer going to be? Negative. Good. So my answer is going to be negative. And I'm going to do it right here. What is 6 times 2? It is 12. So I'm going to put the 12 on the bottom. So I'm going straight across. 6 times 2. The top. What is 5 times 1? 5. So my answer is negative 5 over 12. And again, if you weren't sure, 6 times 2. So you're going to do 2 groups of 6. So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 1 group of 6, 2 groups of 6. Or you could have even done 6 groups of 2, and this gave you 12. Does everybody have this written down? And can I erase it? Okay. I have some people that haven't. It's okay. Hagan un favor, ya que lo estamos haciendo juntos, nada más que tengan el primero escrito, pongan el lápiz para abajo para que yo sepa que puedo continuar al segundo. Porque si no estoy parada yo aquí adelante esperando. Y esperando. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set up my second one just like I set up the first one. So I have negative, I did this one already, so I'm going to cross it out. 7 over 9 times negative 1 over 2. So when I multiply a negative times a negative, what does that give me? A positive. So I'm just going to go ahead and write my positive sign. And I'm going to start, I like to start with the bottom. What is 9 times 2? 18. So my bottom number is 18. Or I can do 9 groups of 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then I count up all my numbers and it gives me 18. This is 9 times 2. What is 7 times 1? 7. So any number by 1 should be the easiest problems you get. So my answer is positive 7 over 18. Oh, I forgot about that. You know, we should do that. Because she was going to do a multiplication chart. We can have a multiplication. I might. Can you make an extra copy for me? Because I might just make a class set and
Yeah, because we
laminate it. So that way I can just place it on everybody's desk when they come in.
That will be good.
So that way they'll have their own, but then they'll also have one in class
So,
just in
could
case.
be about 20 something? Or just 20?
Yeah. But that way I can swap them out. Sorry guys, we're trying to make life easy for you. We're gonna make some class multiplication charts. Okay, next we have 5 over 11 times negative 1/3. So your 11 multiplication tables should also be fairly simple for you because 11 times whatever the number is just gives you like that number 2 times. So if I have a positive times a negative, what does that give me? It gives me a negative. Good. And again, this is day 1, so you should be looking at that rules chart because it's going to be your best friend. My answer is negative. What's 11 times 3? What is 11 times 3? I didn't hear whoever said it. 33. 33.
That one.
And then Miss
And she's
Maria
doing another one. So
found
they
the
can
one.
they can pick whatever they like.
And I was telling her I might have a class set of that one, and then just have one on each desk.
Yeah. Put it on the desk.
That way when they walk in, they just worry about it there.
I like this because it forces them to. I don't know. For whatever reason, they seem to have got that better than the normal multiplication chart. So I
It
was
works
like,
for
well,
them, honestly, like, here you go. And we'll come around with the glue in a little bit. So we didn't forget it.
I feel like I have ADHD today. Okay, what's 5 times 1? 5. I know, I'm sorry. I keep leaving the problems halfway done. Go ahead and do the second problem. Hagan el segundo problema.
Okay.
So, yo voy a dar ahorita ahora con la goma. So, estos son como ayudarte a contar por 2, 3, 4 hasta el 12. Esto te ayuda con tu multiplicación. ¿Ok? También te... what?
I know my multiplication since I was in 3rd grade.
Well, good for you. But we're still giving everybody charts, little Missy.
Okay.
But that is good. I know all of them except my 7s and my 9s really good. 7s and 9s have always been hard for me. I don't know why. Okay. Negative 1 over 8 times negative 1 over 4. So deberían estar haciendo esto. Pueden usar el papelito ese para ayudarlos. No lo voy a pegar hasta el final, así lo pueden usar. Y entonces quiero que escojan un lugar a donde lo van a querer poner en su libreta. Yo el año pasado tuve estudiantes que le gustaban ponerlo en la parte de, no la parte de adelante, sino cuando lo abres, ahí mismo el plástico. Así es más fácil encontrarlo cuando lo estás buscando. Okay, so a negative times a negative is what?
Negative.
Positive. I have somebody in here looking at their rules chart. Were you looking at your rules chart or did you forget to write your rules down? What is 8 times 4?
32.
32. And what is 1 times 1? 1. So we've got positive 1 over 32. And now we're going to do the same thing with our fractions. You're going to have matching with fractions also. So make sure you wrote this down. Y ahora van a tener 4 ejemplos. Thank you, Yair, for putting your pencil down. It looks like... Is that one ready? No? Okay. So I've been trying to get red critter points. I have been trying, but for some reason, my account has locked me out and I cannot get back in. I tried to give points last week and it just completely like, you cannot get in. You're good? Okay, go ahead and do your matching.
Pretty strong in that department, but still, it's not gonna kill you if you're no.
I have 1, 2, 3. I have very few people who started. So ustedes, los que no han empezado, empiecen. Let's go. Ruby, nice job. Santiago, I have you twice. Annabelle, what happened? Let's go. No lo hagas en la cabeza, escríbelo. Don't do it in your head. Write it down. These are fractions. These are not basic numbers. Nice job, Santiago. Nice job, Randy. Yair, good job. Jose, nice job. William, vamos. Karen, nice job. Alvin, looking good. Garnier, sigue muy bien. Yulivani, Marisol, very nice. We've got one more thing to go. Okay, I'm going to give it another 30 seconds and we're going to keep going.
Every day just to get them fresh. That's what I mean. And even I'm gonna look for division cards too, like the basic ones.
Okay, one more thing. Dividing signed integers. Again, make sure you write the title. Escribe el título. Escribe el título. Ve, hasta Miss Maria lo está diciendo otra vez. Escribe el título. Okay, so we've got negative 16 divided by 8. What is a negative divided by a positive? Negative. Marisol's the only one that knows. So what is 16 divided by 8? Oh, man.
8.
Try that again. 16 divided by 8.
-2.
Negative 2. And if you have trouble figuring this out, just like I did with multiplication, I can do, and if you don't want to do circles, you can do whatever you want. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm going to divide it in groups of 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have, so I made 2 groups. Hice 2 grupos de 8 dentro de mi 16. So acuérdense que cuando tienen división, 16 es el total de dibujitos que van a hacer. y lo van a partir en grupos de el segundo número. Y entonces les da cuántos grupitos. Same thing with the next one. Negative divided by a positive. What does that give me?
-4.
Don't give me the answer.
Oh.
What is 36 divided by 9?
-4.
-4. So same thing with this one. Hubieran hecho lo mismo. So puedo hacer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ahora, fíjense, porque esto es lo que yo me he dado cuenta cuando las personas se ponen a hacer dibujitos. Necesito que el circulito me quede perfecto. No, el dibujo es para averiguar la respuesta. No es porque estamos en clase de arte. So, ahora lo voy a dividir en grupos de 9. So, tengo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 y 9. No, ahora todo el mundo allá afuera piensa que soy una loca porque me oyen hablando en español. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 y 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 y 9. ¿Cuántos grupitos hice? Hice 4. So, así mismo. No tiene que ser perfecto, pero me da la respuesta que necesito. I like a basic day because then it gives me the ability to do the basic, just showing. Okay, 20 divided by -5. Hagan estos dos. En cuanto lo hagan, bajan el lápiz para yo saber que ya terminaron. Asegúrense de estar mirando las reglas. Look at your rules. My gentlemen that are still finishing the quiz, you have about 10 more minutes. So start wrapping it up. Veo que uno terminó. I'm loving the glasses look, Alvin. You know what happened over the weekend? I lost my glasses. And now every time I take off my contacts, I can't see. This weekend I'm in Florida. So
Where else color? Learn how to walk. I remember this one. You kept everything. I love you.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move forward. When I have a positive and a negative, I get what, Yair? Yeah, thank you. Good. Negative. And that's what I want you to do. If you cannot, don't guess. If you cannot remember, check your notes. Nunca quiero que adivinen. Chequean sus notas. A ver, ¿qué dice? So les da negativo, negative. What is 20 divided by 5? What is negative 20 divided by 5? I heard it. 4. Thank you. You know you gotta talk louder because I cannot hear you. That's why I feel like I'm yelling. What is a negative divided by a negative, William? I mean, yes, you're right. Is it positive or negative? Positive. So we got a positive 7. Good job. Okay, you got one more thing. Make sure you have your answers down. One more matching. I wanted to give you a little bit of practice on each one. Matching is my new favorite. It is my new favorite thing to do on this. Because I didn't know that there was matching. I didn't know there was matching. They have memory, but memory is the same number for both. Yes. Good. Good. Usa tu estrategia. Okay, no me mire y me diga nada. And Alvin, if you need extra paper, I can give you some, okay? Good. Use your strategies. Don't just stare at it and guess. You can use your chart. You can use your other chart. You can use your drawing. Some of you can just know them. Sometimes when I'm doing, what number is it? When I do 8 times 9, I gotta do 8 times 8 in my head and then add 8 more because I hate my 9 10 tables.
What is the good blocks as well?
Yeah.
Certain numbers that are blocks.
Uh-huh.
So
I have
you
to.
have to. 8 for it.
Especially when it comes to 9s, like I'll do 2 times 8 and then I'll add 2 more. It's just like.
I think some kids don't like 6 times 3, and you tell them 3 times 6.
Yeah, that is true. Let's see. I've got a few lists that need a little bit more. Junior, what's going on? Let's go. Angel, Ruby, Randy, Santiago, Annabelle, let's go. Got a pencil down. Perfect. So I'm going to assume everybody in here is done. Okay, I've got Angel and Ruby working on it. Randy, what's going on? Annabelle, same thing. ¿En qué estamos? Porque no estamos en lo que tenemos que estar. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do your classwork. So we are done with today's lesson. So ya terminamos la lección de hoy. Si quieren empezar o continuar con su trabajo de hoy, pueden continuar con eso. Le voy a dar unos segunditos más a las personas que están terminando esto. If you are not done, go ahead and finish up before I change the page. Oh, all right. Okay, it's okay if you didn't finish. You can go ahead and click on this to get to your classwork. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording now. If you have questions,